lots of stuff, lots and lots of stuff. Like I want to, get off my chest. Uh, First and foremost is I'm keeping an eye on my power. Like most of the people in the civilized world, like you don't have to worry about electricity that much. You just pay the bill and stuff. Well, if you don't pay the bill, they actually disconnect you. Thankfully, I have a solar setup that provides me with a little battery bank I got, and I can run a laptop and they charge my mobile. Got speakers, listen to music, but it's very precarious. Like especially on an overcast day, if the sun were beaten down, I wouldn't be looking. You can't see it off camera here, but like I got a little window where I can monitor the voltage stream. So for now, it's good. And then I've got a backup plan. I just connect my F-150 pickup truck to the battery bank and give her a good like 10 minutes. It's inefficient. Not. Uh, I don't pride myself on having a small carbon footprint or anything like that. Like I don't think it's. I think it's over exaggerated and it's like something to like make work, like make a useless job for someone else. Well, hey, yeah, the useless job. Yeah, yeah, I get paid $1.2 million a year to criticize, go on the radio and criticize industry. You can imagine who's paying that bill, eh? Like other industry, probably. It's just like an arcade game, like a two player head to head, like between captains of industry. So I can afford this next decade. I'm gonna shell out $6 billion to get people with uh, signs and Sharpie markers and into your mix. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, back to the point. It's like, yeah, you know what? Living off grid, pretty much. Like I got running water, but no gas or electricity provided, to the place, and it's challenging. It's challenging. I got like propane and a camp stove. Can make some meals on. Uh, Cold showers are no, I'm not unacquainted with. Say, and right now, what I'm doing is I'm let's see, like rolling some weed. This is there. It's like full of T. Look, stop sign. THC is gonna get you high. It's probably gonna get you high, right? And then it's got the breakdown of the cannabinoids and all that stuff, all that sciencey stuff when it comes to weed. Yeah, so is this gonna get me high? I don't know. We'll see. Um, I don't like to smoke the weed straight. I like to put in like a little tobacco. So thankfully, I've got a huge supply of old cigarette butts there. But this is not just shit tobacco. Like it might be a hobo cigarette, but the best tobacco that I've found available in the gas station market. It's pretty good stuff. It's I don't want to say the name because I don't want to get like people accusing me of being oh, you're a shill. You're a fucking shill, dude. It's the best you can do. You can't work construction, so because you become a shill. Yeah. Roll this up. I'm just gonna get hopefully just not too high. I don't want to get too high, man. I'll be all over the 4chan. Oh, what about this? Mm-hmm. It's kind of moistened, but I find it trying to roll like I'm rolling here. You see, I'm not just playing with myself. I'm rolling a call this I think a spliff, like where it's mixed with tobacco. Spliff. That way you can kind of like tobacco. Generally speaking, you know, the tobacco, what's a burn good, and the weed is so powerful. Like you really don't need like even a pitter of this stuff. Like a grown man, it'll be like, woo, where am I going next? Woo, where am I going next? Like only the roach in your pocket knows, right? It's like, so you're not just gonna flick a roach on it. You're gonna be conscientious about. Just don't want to be a litter bug. Just keep that roach in your pocket, and then like 3 days later, it's like, oh, eureka! I fucking got this roach in my pocket, bro. I forgot about. I forgot about that roach, man. It's like playing hooky from work. Could I be any more irresponsible, like pushing middle age? I don't know. I don't know, man. I just had to. It's like having a period. Like I just couldn't do it. I couldn't. I could have, but I don't know. My performance wouldn't be up to snuff. Like I woke up like still pretty drunk this morning, or this afternoon rather. All right, well, let's get high. Fuck it. Mm-hmm. Smoking the. I'll tell you the name of this stuff. Mm. No, I said I wouldn't do that. It's purple. I don't know if I've got the pronunciation correct. Churro, CHURRO, and I'm mixing with American Spirit tobacco from a stub end of a cigarette I smoked like I don't know a couple of days ago or whatever. Yeah, shout out to that fellow who does the smoking videos. Always, it's got like the Mercedes Benz and like goes out to a park and does like bad boy stuff and a bit of panache or like talks rapid fire. It's like a non-Jewish Ben Shapiro. Yeah, I keep laughing about the Jews, man. No, fuck, I think you're funny now. Look at, is this true? Did Sarah Silverman really say what I think she said? And like my mind was like, gee, like that's an ace you might want to keep tucked, because, but say if it is true, and she came out and said it, I think that's important, like for the advancement of humanity. It's all sort of some of us are trudging along, some of us are, people carrying you along with what do you call those? See pictures of like human vehicle system. Right? It's like you're in a covered, little setting. Probably got your snifter and your cigarettes and everything, and then there's like 4 or 8 dudes like carrying you into meet the other fucker. It's like, whoa! And then I got all these armies and everything, eh? You want to be the leader. Wow, yeah. And because like I don't know if I could even do that, man. I'd like, yeah, even at the height of my thinking how self-important I might be, I don't think I could allow myself to be carried by, unless I had a like gout, maybe. Yeah, I'd be like, boys, can you do me a solid? Just carry me to do diplomacy. Like carry me across like this desert fucking path, and fucking. It's like bring in your noble leader, and it's only if I couldn't walk myself would I allow myself to be carried by a group of sturdy just like adherence to my belief system. Why? Optimism. That's, if you don't have at least a shred of optimism, you gotta kind of think if you're going through a rough patch or something, because I'm sure just about every one of us has, and unless this is really a simulation, and like the people having all the fun are like reptilian, like just looking and like playing us like a video game or some shit. That's deep thought shit. Don't want to go there. But yeah, I saw on Facebook someone was quoting them, like they describe themselves as a serious optimist or something to that. I'm ad-libbing here, but I was like, or serial optimist, And what else is a gambler, you gotta, you're typically not playing, like, the likelihood is high of you losing, but you're going for that one off or a streak, and that's a real thing. I've never experienced. The closest I came to a winning streak was at a pub on some Jasper Avenue in Edmonton, and I played pool. I played bar pool. Like I never took it that seriously. Like I was. This is before marijuana was even legal, but I'd roll up at what we call a PRJ. That's short for pre-rolled joint, if you're not familiar. And yeah, I'd bring like 1 or 2 of these down to the pub. It's like 4 or 5 blocks away, kind of thing. just rolled down. I was living downtown Edmonton, and yeah, I go down there, a couple of P-roll J's in their pocket, slick pack of smokes. Got like maybe, I don't know, $80 to $240 cash type thing, just so if you meet someone interested, you can buy them a drink, or afford to keep yourself in the stool like at exorbitant prices, right? Give a little tip money, spend and yeah, and then one night, like, so I would, kind of passively play pool. I'd just lose the first game. Is me, like, even though I play it like to a sharky or opponent, right? It was one night I just could not lose. I was like, every shot was like, and I was having fun with it, and I was sharing like reefer in the back lot, like where you go to smoke cigarettes, right? Yeah, we're all smoking cigarettes. Of course, there's cameras watching. It's like you gotta, pretend not to notice them. It's like, we're being observed by the, this eye in the sky, right? It's like, yeah, what are you doing wrong, really? Having a laugh. Uh-oh. call the laughter police. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's going back, apart from the running water. I'm living in a modern house. Uh, so let's say the well is a given, but I mean, it's municipal fed, pressurized cold water. No power, no gas, and thank the Lord it's summertime, because if it was the middle of winter, I'd be out there with the splitting axe and like fanning air with my with my basic bodily movements, like to just make sure, imagine doing this like 4 times a day. Like, this is your job now. Make sure those pipes don't freeze. It's the fire is like, oh, I gotta run. I'll put down the big plane to move air, and then run out and grab more, like another couple of armloads of firewood, and then say, yeah, next year I'm gonna double my battery bank, my deep cycle battery bank, so that I can get an extra 2 hours after 3 days of overcast weather. It's like, I'd be smart to maybe add a wind thing, but then what if you get that'd just be your luck. You get the big wind turbine, right? And then and then it's like you're in for like 2 years of uncharacteristically placid, no, calm wind. So you get this like elaborate wind thing set up, and then no wind. It's foiled again, right? Yeah. That's really how like life is on so many fronts. I'm pretty sure. It's like you hit middle age and you start having these epiphanies. I don't know about you, but like, yeah, I'm just like, after challenging myself to live like I'm in like 18th century, pre-electric, but I do have electric. I got like a solar setup, but here's where it becomes highly inefficient, is that on lengthy stretches where it's not getting charged because there's cloud cover, or you know so the batteries are always in dark anymore. And then so that goes on. And so what do I do, like, to provide internet? Because I got no grid power, so my fiber optic is powered only by solar. And then down is you got to a thing about a thing or two. It's like the fiber optic inlet is so short. I cannot conceivably, relocate the fiber optic modem. So I have to keep it where it was installed on a short wire, and then bring the power to the modem, right? I know I'm not telling anyone or anyone who's been through anything like this, or electricians. This is not for you. But this is like a day-to-day reality thing, and it's kind of fun. It's challenging. Like, of course, without electricity, you don't have a washer or dryer. Could I power the washer on my solar setup? I haven't tried. I would think, like, the cyclical nature of how, like, an electric washing machine is designed would be heavy demand on my power inverter. So I'm thinking that would be, it'd be a good, like, thing to try. Like, double fisting here. Oh boy. It's like, yeah, drink with one hand and drink with the other. Oh, I did a flip, like, when I threw it into the can thing. I should turn the camera, but I won't. Yeah, I see finally blue sky breaking through. First time in 2.5 days, kind of thing. So I might, get God's daylight charging up my power bank, my big deep cycle power bank. I'm thinking if I double it, that's pricey city for a guy like, would it be a return on investment? Actually, maybe, but almost negligibly. It's like, it'd just be interesting to see how much adding like 50% on capacity will that get you through the 3 days of gloom, where your batteries aren't charging because solar panels don't work as efficiently when there's cloud cover. Basic stuff, eh? And some people go on, like, they'll do engineering, it's like costing and all that. Maybe if I can't even commit, all I want to do is write music and play songs. That's my, like if I could get away with just doing that and having a comfortable life, I think that would be really a cool thing. But you inherit, I think, no, I'm not gonna even go there. It's getting too deep. That's my next, like, channel is Too Deep, and spelt with a TO, just to attract attention from spelling nerd people. Yeah. That's a good day. I got lots of keys. Wow, what do these unlock? Yeah, I have lots of keys, lots of onions on hand. you don't want to run if you're like me, you do not want to run low. Like onions are a staple. I like onions like mad. Not raw typically, unless it's in like a red onion. A red onion raw is smooth sailing, like in a like a sandwich or salad or something like that. Some vinaigrette on there. I don't, the hungrier that I get, and I'm not hungry. Don't get me wrong here. I'm eating well, but uh, if you go hungry, does your mind like start thinking of different concoctions? I'm trying to think back to like mindsets where I was like actually sort of like really hungry, like really like I was gonna say vexatiously, probably wrong word, but I was I was like, oh, I gotta eat something, almost anything, right? And so fill in the blank. But yeah, no, I think like recently I've resorted like growing up, like there's always crackers or something like socked away and stuff, right? Premium Plus, I think was those bags and soda crackers, and it's like perfect conduit to eat some peanut butter with if you're like just I gotta eat something. I'm just you just went for a bike ride or something. You're just like, oh man, I gotta stub my face. And so that's like if there's nothing else there, a soda cracker and like a big spoonful of peanut butter. It's like, fucking hit the spot, kinda. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I if you ever like played hooky from work before. It's like you're kind of thinking, man, I don't know. I got like 2 or 4 different job prospects, and this particular job, I'm just sometimes like a wee bit unpleasant, and I'm thinking like maybe I could just make more money by not going in, factor in all the cost of motor fuel and fucking everything related with driving. It's pretty pricey. And then the thought of like now you've got to make a lunch, It's okay, that's negligible. That's saving money if you make your own lunch. Or you got to think, oh boy, do I got the A&W coupon in my pocket or not? It's like I got so much stuff in my. This was actually me the other day. I was like 2 Whoppers for $13.99. I'm like, yeah, and then I'm at the end, and it was like, boy, if I couldn't find my coupon like right away, but I had to take a leak anyway, so I just went to the bathroom and then like instead of like looking like an idiot searching my pockets in the fucking foyer of the A&W, I moved into the bathroom and like kill 2 birds with 1 stone kind of thing. And then I found it. Because I knew like there was a slight chance I might have dropped it on the ground at the other store or whatever. But then yeah, I found it, and so I think I shaved like $1.50 off my final tally there at A&W. It's like that's $7 a sandwich. That's they were good. They were pretty good though. They were pretty good. Can't. Could I make a better one myself? Of course, but for like a generic or I shouldn't call it generic. I don't mean to. It's actually a. You think about it, it's someone nailed it. It's like everyone likes this burger. and pretty much no one is going to say, "Oh, that's disgusting," or fucking throw it away. No, it's like, oh, that's, if you're depends on your taste and everything. It's like, wow, man, it's like if I was super high on like weed drugs, I'd like put like raw jalapenos in here, bro, and some Dijon mustard. Oh, that would make it even awesomer, right? Like fucking, and then it's like, yeah, if you've never had anything but fast food in your life, it's like, oh, well, what's the best, Um, I had a Wendy's Baconator. I'm not shilling here. Uh, Wendy's Baconator, which was apart from the bun. Like the bun disappointed me big time. I was like, this spongy, like preservative filled, like whatever covering, eh? But the burger, the bacon were good. I'll say good. They were good. So Wendy's, like, I'll give you a B minus only because, like, how dare you parenthesize that gorgeous little everyone meal between two sad, pathetic fucking pieces of preservative filled whatever the fuck you're eating. Mm-hmm. There's my first like kid warning. No kids should watch this. That's I put that. I toggled that switch on my upload. Hey, and that's just good thinking. Good thinking ahead of time. Smoking. I'm not again. I'm not shilling, but too expensive. Too gosh darn expensive in my estimation. I think I've like dabbed on this one before. Most def. Um, they really is it that it's like an insurance policy. Like provinces, like while these smokers live, like there's a higher chance you live like a high risk lifestyle if you happen to smoke cigarettes. I think we could probably. You don't want to discriminate, and if I'm discriminating, I'm only discriminating against myself because I think there's most deaf, as they say in like millennial generation. The correlation possibly exists. A correlation possibly exists. We should look into it further. Now, deeper dive. We're going to delve into like any number of possibilities here. Yeah. Bob McDonald, God bless him. He came on the radio again today on CBC. I was listening to my pickup truck and hearing his voice, I thought, like, if you're on the phone and you thought you were talking to Norm McDonald back in the day, but it's actually Bob and he's just pretending to be his brother just to get the tidbit of information out of you, you know. It was fun games, telephone games, and you never know. Oh man, I miss those days where call display, like call tracing, was the thing. Of course, the technology exists to be able to like retrace, like through the back in the day, and it was like almost mechanical computing, right? You could like shuffle back like in a history of however long. Oh yeah, this call came from this number, and then then they relay that into digital. You have a digital carrying signal. This is This is, correct me if I'm go in the comments and tell me I'm partially right. I know I'm that much right. Like, so you get a piggyback signal on the carrier wave, I think they call it, the harmonic telephone system. Boom. Now you have a interpolator, like a little modem in your household telephone. Like, we're talking, this is for you, if anyone who doesn't remember like the 80s 90s transformation of talking on the phone, wasn't really until like mid 90s people started getting mobile telephone type devices, if my memory serves. It was like, I'm thinking 91, as early as 91. It was like the big Motorola, the battery weighs like half a pound type thing. Hey, just give me a moment. I got this call that's more important than you, so just excuse me while and you're like, how come I don't have a cell phone yet? How come I don't have a cell phone yet? Well, I kind of went with that, and I thought like, gee, man, I'm not a business guy. What do I need a mobile phone? Like, I live with my folks at the age of 35, and they got a landline if anyone really wants to reach out to me for whatever reason. And and that could be like serious. I don't mean to diminish anything. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, oh yeah, I need a phone wherever I go. Better have one. It wasn't until like a job required it that I broke down and said, get a mobile plan. And I've been on Bell ever since. I've even been like kind of again, I'm not the boy out. Hey, put me in your ad campaign, like as a behind the scenes cat. Never really had any issues. Like, it's been consistent coverage. I think maybe once, like in over a decade. Like, was it a decade? I get a phone. So that was like, yeah, like 20. So yeah, we'll say like coming up on a decade of having mobile network data, everything. I'm actually doing this all on like phone data right now. So my fiber optic, for whatever reason, isn't pulling in, it seems. Interesting. Gotta get out my monocle and like look more closely into this stuff. That's what video game people are like. It's like, I'm going to master this prescribed universe that someone's throwing in my face. It's like, hey, play this game. Like for me, it's Heroes of Might and Magic. Just throw that out there. And I was thinking about like some of the nuance, like some of the, it's just a numbers game, right? But with like interesting graphics, good, like really thoughtfully drawn stuff, and then a landscape, so simulated world, like it's better than that in like a Tron universe where everything's just like red or blue lines or whatever. Right? It's like, oh, there's trees, there's just kind of, it's pleasant to look at. That's what I find playing Heroes of Might and Magic anyway. That's just one, like, you know what I'm saying, from a rigid, like, we're playing numbers here. It's a nice address, But yeah, Okay. Whoa. Going way out. Going way out into outer orbit. 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 Yeah, taking it off work. Like, I'm thinking I might actually even go hit the ivories. You know, you're not even supposed to. You can't even buy them anymore. And that's like I got a landscape ivory and ebony there to hammer out tunes on. Takes stamina though, like, to really play. I need, like, I thought maybe, like, because I bought those two whoppers I was saying earlier. Like, I had the coupon, right? Like, so justify the indulgence, if you will. And yeah, I kind of woke up this morning not entirely remembering like basic sequences of what I did or did not do. And I know that may sound bad, but I mean, in a trivial sense, it's like, did I see? I didn't even remember eating the second Whopper because I know, like, I ate one in the restaurant and I was like, yeah, it's pretty satisfying. It's good. Pickles are nice, you know, not too much mustard, not too much ketchup. And it was, yeah, it was it's a good sandwich. And then I kept the other one. I was about, like, I was like, that was good enough. I'm gonna eat, because I was pretty hungry at the time, and I thought, like, yeah, I could just eat like back to back a Whopper or Team Burgers. They weren't or were they Whopper? I can't even remember. Team Burger Whopper. It was like tasty, pretty, you know, it was good height, and then yeah. So I remember thinking, like, no, you know, if you eat a whole second Whopper or Team Burger or whatever, you're gonna feel bloated, and so I didn't. I saved it, and then but waking up this morning, I was like scratching my head. I'm like, did I eat that Whopper last night? I'm like, and then I checked the cab of my pickup truck, and sure enough, the bag was depleted. There's no second Whopper. I'd eaten the second Whopper and forgotten about doing it. You know, just like, pound of Whopper. Whoa, whatever. On to the next shit. No, when I say Whopper, but it was A&W. So, you know, it doesn't matter. Whopper, Team Burger, uh, Mc, McSandwich, whatever. You know, they're all kind of. I would say, though, A&W does have superior buns to McDonald's. I prefer A&W buns anyway. Maybe I'm not knocking the McDonald bun, but I'm saying A&W buns. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Let's leave it at that. I don't want to get in the midst of a crossfire or anything. Yeah, I'm looking at, if you can see, I'm looking off in the distance. I'm looking, the sun is actually coming out finally. So it's like I'm gonna get my batteries charged without hooking my system up to the alternator of my F-150 and running it at high idle for 10 minutes. If you know, catch my drift. Just keep the laptop happening to be able to, like, streaming and stuff. Like, I need, you know, you can't deny it. You know, you can't. I'm not cranking a thing like while I'm talking to you, right? Like, just relax, have a beer and a smoke, and let the sun do the work, or my F-150 pickup truck running at high idle. One of the two. but now the sun's coming out, and boy, oh boy, the panels at the way they're oriented are gonna capture. I'm just gonna look at the gauge. Forgive me, I'm taking just a quick step over yonder here. Yeah. When I see the number 11.9, I know that like the system is moving into charge mode. Once it gets over like 12.10, so you can imagine the scale, like we're going from 0, which is like dark of night, to like overcast day, which might be like 1/5 of an ampere. Like the panels are generating from a cloud cover, bright day, like thin cloud cover, let's say. Thick cloud cover, you're essentially getting negligible. That's I'm developing a new technology. I can't say much about it at this stage in the game, but it's going to be a game changer. That's one thing I'm certain of. You know, you have the vision, you just know it's going to be a game changer. And yeah, I'll say that, like, I'll delve more deeply in upcoming iterations of my live speak. Yeah, it's the sun is actually breaking through for the first time in over 70 hours. I'm thinking it's the last time over 70 hours since I last saw the sun. And that's good news, because that means when the sun is shining, my batteries are charging. Like people, there's people, like, their bodies are designed to, like, go out on a beach and stuff, eh? Just, they tan real smooth and everything. I know this sounds, I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, where's my mind going? Ooh, that's smoking the weed. That's what Canada weed does to you, folks. It makes your mind like gravitate towards other, out of the cold Arctic climate and into like equatorial destinations. Yeah, travel, a big industry. I would I could never be a travel agent, I don't think. Not an effective one. I could be anyone could be a travel agent, right? But to be like effective and make money out of it, nah, I couldn't. I don't think. I'd say the wrong thing at the wrong time. Like, never speaking with you ever again, there, Mister. And I'm like, gee, tongue tied. No, foreign diplomacy out of the question. And I was like, I might be actually kind of good at that, but a proofreader, I could do that. I'm pretty good at like picking out errors in the English language, but now you just get a computer to do it, even better than I could. And it's like, fuck, foiled again. Yeah, but yeah. Don't even want to touch on. I don't know. I'm not abreast of the. I know there's like horrors beyond my belief that are occurring in other parts of this world that I hear about. Never been to, and it just like I feel selfish even spending my wherewithal, my joie de vivre, sitting here drinking and talking to a camera. And that's not, yeah, see there, I just put my foot in my mouth, like, not to diminish an audience who's interested to hear what I may or may not have to say, right? Heavy shit. It's like, man, like you watch Trailer Park Boys, and it kind of tunes into what a sort of clown world that we live in, and I participate in on a daily basis. Like I'm still dragging my ass out of bed, and like thinking like feed the dog, water the plants, maybe go to work, go do a job, make some big time coin, man. Making big time coin. Yeah, if you're like a welder, eh? Fuck, make big bucks. Independent dudes, man. Build enterprise off the back of your own your own expertise in the welding. It's like I tried it once, like arc welding once. I'm gonna do soldering, like okay, as long as I have a couple of drinks first, then I can get in there nice and steady. But yeah, doing the welding, if you don't know, like I don't want to be, I don't want to preach to the choir, but like some people maybe they have no idea like how lucrative starting out as a welder and then using the big dosh that you're taking in to become enterprising and make even more money. It's like, man, my hat's off. Like, I just thought I'd be a rock star, That's how I didn't really have Plan B set up. And that, what I blame my fans through and through. They're like, wow, you're so good, man. Wow, you should play another one. I'm like, yeah. So I thought like maybe they're just fooling with me, right, the whole time, pulling my leg. I suck shit. No one with any serious musical inclinations would even consider buying my album if I were to put one out. And it's like, yeah, now it's like SoundCloud and yeah, Spotify, YouTube. This new site I heard of called YouTube. You can actually upload audio and video to it, and then even you can have a special account where you can communicate with other people who see you through the YouTube platform. So it's pretty exciting technology. Okay, almost kept a straight face there, but yeah, it's fascinating. It's like before internet, like all we had was telepathy. We just had to. It's like I'm gonna think of a number before I go to bed tonight, and I'm gonna transmit it to you, and then a number from 1 to 100, and then you so you meet up the next day. It's like, yeah, did you do the thing? Did you think about the number? Because you're not on the phone with each other. You just like agree to do this act. It's like, yeah, like practice telepathy to see if it doesn't work or not. And then it's like, yeah, what number did you think of, bro? He's like, he comes back. He's like 17 out of 100, right? And then you're like, Whoa, dude. That's crazy because, like, I thought of the number 34. I'm not drinking from the bottle, man. Just have a simple beer here. Yeah, making jokes. Yeah, some people you either get a joke or you don't get the joke. I always hate when I feel so dumb, like I hear a joke and then I have to ask for clarification because I'm not in the loop, you know. But after that, I'm in the loop. Yeah, in the loop. And I was worried, like I'm gonna make coco vin tonight. For those of you non well versed in French culinary expressions, that just means wine chicken. So I'm gonna cook some chicken thighs in butter, olive oil, minced garlic. That's all I'll put in. Well, no, minced garlic. I'll put in the onions first, then the minced garlic. You know, low heat. Let it saute, and then introduce the chicken into the oily hot bath. And, put the lid on. Maybe throw in some peppercorns, whole peppercorns. That's the thing that I like to do in soups, especially. But in any dish, like for me, when I'm eating a sauce, and then it's like I bite. Oh, was that a bone? No, no, no. It's like pepper explosion. Like it takes over the whole mouthful, like in a not unpleasant way if the pepper is good, right? Yes, indeed. And well, what else can I say that's true? Sports. I don't know. I didn't even watch the hockey game last night. Like a bad Canadian. I don't even pay attention to my home team or anything anymore. Just I don't know. Just not into it. What can I say? No one's invited me out. Like, where do I go to watch the game? I don't know if I want to go down to the place. You know, it's like I'll spend like $220 will vaporize like while I'm there for like the duration of a game and a couple of hours beyond until they like kick me out, right? Yeah. Such as the life of semi-serious renegade cat. Uh, yeah, yeah, Noon rolls around, I say, see you chumps later. I don't mean to work hard, but I'm a human calculator. You kneel, crouch, get that load sorted. By the time you retire, your spine is twisted, contorted. Lottery pool on the factory floor. I got a swimming pool, fool, and you know I make more in a single day than you can earn in 1 year. without breaking a sweat. I earned another Corvette. Right, noon rolls around. Say, see you chumps later. What time is it? It's evening now. It's like dinner time, almost. A little early for dinner, but yeah, getting there. It's pretty fun talking to you here. Getting all the, what do you call it, like what expression, like fill in the blank. Like what am I, this is a metaphor I'm struggling to pull out of my now I'm lost. This is a memory trick. If you ever, I don't know if you're like me, like I know some of you out there are like me, and it's just like, man, nicotine, blah, you're an addict. You're addicted. You're clearly addicted to it. And you tell people, hey, I'm not taking away my basically innocuous habit that stinks up public spots. Like nobody smokes inside anymore, really, unless you're in a mind-bending trip with another smoker, maybe. It's like I don't even smoke in my house, right? All right. Well, I do. That's a lie. I've done it. You know, grew up in a smoking household. Not only did the dog smoke, but both parents. Not only did oh man, oh, I laugh too hard at my own jokes. I get it. Nah, it's not that funny, is it? To me, it's hilarious. Like, just I don't know. Someone could take that, elevate that principle, humor shit. In my household, like I was the black sheep. Not only did the dog smoke, but so did my parents. Oh boy. Yeah, imagine, oh boy, like the laughing police like come for me. We're off to take you away. Ho ho ho, ha 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 ha, to the funny farm, where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those men in their great white coats. And yeah, yeah, that'd be. I always think like, I don't even want to go there because I'm scared. I'm actually not really, but you know, you never like. Hey, here I am, like preaching on public airwaves. You know, someone gonna be just like wag their finger, like, ooh, tone it down, Matthews. You know, doubtful. I'm not touching on anything sensitive. I don't think. You gotta weigh that when you're trying to DD. Like what I call DD is doing diplomacy. You know, doing not just being a diplomat, but doing diplomacy. You know, people laughed at President Trump's betrothed. It's a Russian supermodel looking girl, makes clothes look really good, and she yeah, she like people mocked her like in the mainstream media, like the be best. I shouldn't say mainstream media because I don't hardly follow it, like, so maybe I'm misremembering, but they're like critical is like be best, like in English, is that even a sentence? Be best. It is. It's an like an axiom, like an axiom. Be best. You know, it's a frame of like approaching everything, like, but above all, be best. That's how I kind of like it caught me off guard. Like you didn't hear it like that simplicity. You got to open a statement saying, "Well, hereby do I declare that this and that should be this the other thing." And by now it's just like two words: be best. Be best. How can you not be best? So that's like, am I? It actually made me think for a change. I was like, be best. But you don't want to go crazy doing it, eh? Like beat yourself up if someone better comes along, because like between me and my viewing audience here, like I gotta admit, I've I know like some people think I'm the best guitar player in the best Canadian guitar player in Canadian Canada. Gotta level with you. I've met people where I'm like, tip my hat to for sure. Like I'm saying, yeah, maybe not overall, like overall like holistic sense of being a guitar player. I still think I'm the best, but you just demonstrated that you can do something better than I can do it without 1,000 hours practice type thing, right? And so yeah, as I pull the old Gibson out, but I'm just like not even. I'm reserving my strength to make some chicken and rice later, and monitoring the power. I might have to cut this broadcast short. I know it actually has been going on for. Can I see? Bring up the duration time on screen. See, you're not seeing that happen because I don't have a technical engineer behind me or in front of me or anywhere. But yeah, it's been a good chat, and I'll hopefully tune in. Welcoming anyone who wants to bring up a topical thing. This is from aircraft to algae, like I'm all ears, man. So yeah, I'm gonna clock out for now, and hopefully, yeah, maybe next time I'll do a stealth camp. Like shout out to Steve Wallace. Wow, man, I've watched all his videos, and I think he's like one of the cool stories from my generational eclipse. I think he's only like 5 years older than me. So yeah, here's like tip of the hat to Steve Wallace. Tip of the hat to all the slap bass players out there. Yeah, I play that slap bass, and I will astound anyone who challenges me to slap bass guitar playing. I will take it.